Hello friends, so I hope you have done very well in your last examination, and now for the students of class 9 which are going to class 9, we will have a new topic which will be introduced in their curriculum this year, that is the coordinate geometry. Most of the students and the query I receive is related to coordinate geometry. They find this topic very difficult, but I think that topic is very interesting if you can understand it very deeply. So today in our class we will be discussing some few points which are the basic points we should understand about the coordinate geometry. The first, we will understand about the pair of two numbers which are known as coordinates in a coordinate geometry. The second, we will discuss about dependent and independent variables. Third one, we will discuss about ordered pair, about the ordered pair, what are ordered pairs. Next, we will discuss about Cartesian planes. And lastly but not the least, we will discuss about what are abscissa and what is ordinate. So starting with the pair of two numbers, what this pair of two numbers in coordinate geometry is. In the coordinate geometry, this pair of two numbers are called as coordinates, and these points represent the position of a point. Okay, so as you can understand, you must have seen a graph copy in which you make two axes. This is known as x-axis and this one is y-axis. So when we have to plot any point in these this formation in this axis, under this axis, what we do, we mark some points over the x-axis and over the y-axis. You must have done in your last class also, if you have plotted some points in the graph paper. The same manner we will plot some points under this arrangement. So suppose we have to plot a point 3, 2. This 3, 2 indicates that we have to point 3 at x-axis. This first digit represents the x-axis and the second one represents the y-axis. So we have to indicate 3 points at x-axis. So here is our 3 point indicated over the x-axis, and we have to mark 2 at our y-axis. So where this 2 and 3 intersect, that point will indicate you point 3, 2. So this pair of two numbers are known as coordinates of a point. Okay, this number shows where this point lies over this plane. Suppose if we want to draw -3, 2, this -3 and 2 point indicates that we have to plot this -3 over x-axis but on a negative side, and this 2 at the positive side of y. I hope you understand what this positive and negative side of x and y are. When we move from the origin, this point is known as origin, which coordinates are 0, 0. When we move towards the right side of the origin, this is a positive side of x-axis. And when we move towards the left side of this origin point, this x dash is known as the negative side of x-axis. Similarly, if we move upwards on this direction, we are moving towards positive y-axis. And if we are moving downwards from this origin point, we are moving towards the negative y-axis. So if we have to plot this coordinate -3 and 2, we have to move 3 points toward the negative x-axis. So where the x-axis which is negative is on the left side of origin, so this would be our -3. And we have to plot this 2 over the positive side of y-axis. So our positive y would lie here. So when we intersect these two lines, the point we get is -3, 2 on the second quadrant. We will talk about quadrant also later, but I just want to make you understand what are coordinates. So these are the numbers, these are the arrangement of two numbers with a comma in a bracket. This is known as a pair of two numbers which is known as coordinate of a point. Understood? Now next we will talk about some dependence and independence variable. Like in algebra, you must have seen some equations like y equal to 3x plus 2. Here, the value of y depends upon the value of x. These are two variables, okay? Y and x are variables which are known as unknown variable. We don't know the value of exact value of this y and x here in the equation. This can vary depending upon one variable to the other. Suppose we put the value of x here as 1. So if we put this value in this equation, what we would get? 3 into 1 plus 2, which is 5. So if we put x as 1 in the given equation, we get the value of y as 5. Right? So what this indicates? This indicates that the value of y depends upon the value of x. Here comes the concept of dependent and independent variable. This y depends on the value of x. So here y is the dependent variable and x is an independent variable. Similarly, if we put value of x as 2, the y will comes out to be some other figure. If we put value of x as 3, then again y have some other value. So similarly, if we put so many values of x, we will get various values for y. So this indicates that this y depends upon the value of x. That's why y is dependent variable and x is an independent variable. Vice versa, if we take an equation like x equal to 2y plus 5. Here x becomes the dependent variable and y would be independent variable. Why? Because if we put y as 1, then we will get x as 7. The value of x 7 depends upon the value of this y. If we change the value of y, this x value will also change. So this x variable value is changing according to the value of y. So x is dependent on the value of y. That's why x is dependent on y variable. Hope you have understood this point. Okay. Now I give you one example. Like suppose one equation is given like this. Okay. Now the question asks that x is dependent variable and y is independent variable. You have to express this equation in the form of x being dependent and y being independent. You have to indicate this equation in the form where x will become a dependent variable and y becomes the independent variable. So whichever variable is dependent, you have to keep it on the left side. So keeping this 4x on the left side, we move everything to the right side. Here the equation is 4x minus 5y plus 20 equal to 0. So when we move this 5y to the other side of equal to, that will become a positive number, and here the positive 20 will become a negative on the right side. So if we need the value of x, because 4 is in the multiple of x, when we remove this 4, it will come in the denominator of the other side. Because it is in the multiplication side of left side of variable this x1, it will move downwards on the other side as a denominator. So here we have converted this equation where x will become a dependent variable and y will become an independent variable. Now next topic of ours for today is ordered pair, which is a very simple thing. Just you have to understand that an ordered pair means a pair of two objects taken in a specific order. Suppose we have two elements a and b. If we are putting a at the first place, b in the second place, bifurcated with a comma, then this arrangement is known as ordered pair. This first element is known as first component of ordered pair, and this second one is known as second component of ordered pair. Okay. Suppose if I write 5 7 and 7 5, these two are ordered pair. Here the first component is 5 and the second component is 7. In the other ordered pair, the first component is 7 and the second component is 5. Okay. Do you think these two ordered pairs are equal? These two ordered pairs are not equal, because for being two ordered pairs to be equal, the first component of each ordered pair should be the same. Like if I write 5 7 and 5 7, these ordered pairs are equal, not this one. Understood? Or if I can say that I have two ordered pairs A, B and C, D, and these are, if I give you this question like I have two ordered pairs A with the elements A, B and C, D, and these two ordered pairs are equal, that means the element A, the first component of first ordered pair, is equal to the first component of the second ordered pair are equal. Likewise, the second component of first ordered pair will be equal to the second component of the second ordered pair. Okay, so these are all about ordered pair. Now the next we will take up is Cartesian plane. So what is this Cartesian plane? The very first topic where we had discussed about the coordinate points, we had plotted a graph of x, o, x dash and y, o, y dash. So this arrangement is known as Cartesian plane. This is a positive side of x-axis, this is a negative side of x-axis, this is a positive side of y-axis, and this is a negative side of y-axis. So Cartesian plane consists of two mutually perpendicular number lines. These are two mutually perpendicular lines, xo x dash and yo y dash, which meets at a origin O with the coordinates 0 0. Okay. We name these lines as xo x dash and yo y dash. So this is Cartesian plane. The arrangement of x-axis and y-axis with origin, this is a Cartesian plane. Now what is abscissa and ordinate? These are again about the coordinates of a point. If I write a point coordinates as 2 and 3, this x variable or the x element is known as abscissa and ordinate, and the second point is ordinate. So that's all for today's class. We will take up another topics related to coordinate geometry in our next class of the same topic.